Welcome to Your Anime Senpais. I'm Richard, and today we're going to be watching and reacting to Higurashi GOU episode 18. Last episode was pretty exciting, I thought at least. So we started with Rika. She was still very hesitant about this loop. Everything was just going so perfectly. You know, we were all, I think I'd also talked about that too, just how perfect it was. It was almost kind of disturbing, you know, how everything was just going right for her. And you know, it was just weird, but she seems like she accepted it because she wanted just to be happy, you know. So she decided to gather her friends and throw a surprise party for Satoko, and you know, everybody gave her wonderful gifts and all that good stuff. But when Rika went to give Satoko her gift, we saw like a flashback, I guess you could call it, from a previous loop in which Satoko got pranked by this particular gift. So Satoko just immediately reacts, right? And then nothing happens. Rika was just like, how did you know this was a prank? And Satoko just kind of plays it off like, oh, you know, I'm just so awesome. Of course I would know this. But then Rika reveals that it wasn't a prank. It was actually a teddy bear. And Rika also mentions that this was supposed to be a prank, but she actually switched out last night. So in the more serious tone, Rika asks again, Satoko, how did you know this was a trap? And so with her back against the wall, it seems, Satoko flashes her, I guess, mystic eyes or looper eyes or whatever you want to call it, but basically indicating that she is also looper. And then she raises a gun towards the camera with a very sinister smile, and then that's it. That's all we got. So I'm thinking that gun is one of those airsoft guns. I think the one that was Neon that had that. It's probably nothing life-threatening. At least I would hope so. Anyways, I mean, she could actually carry a gun, I guess, but that would be kind of weird. But anyways, so that I'm expecting this episode to kind of pick off from that. I do have to kind of wonder though, and I didn't really mention it last episode, but now that I have more time to think about it, I kind of wonder if Satoko is the only looper, you know? It makes me kind of wonder if that whole circle of friends are just a bunch of loopers, and then if Rika has to take care of all of them to break out of this, you know? It kind of would make sense too, because we also saw Keiichi have some indications of being a looper, and that he also had flashbacks, and I believe also Rena also had some flashbacks too. So, and maybe Shion and Mion as well. So I don't know, that could be a thing. That would be very, very sad for Rika, but you know, this is Higurashi, so that wouldn't surprise me. But anyways, enough talking. Let's go ahead and get into this episode. Is it over already? Or are we oh. What? Oh, this is from a different loop. Pretty sure. So are we still back in the previous loop, or are we... Yeah, I think so. Oh, wow. Wow. Okay, so this is basically just showing Rika breaking her promise. It is her. It's gotta be her. So why do they gotta wear new uniforms? Rude. Right. This is just kind of nice though, because it does show like what happens afterwards. She was a year older than him. For him. Oh, I get it. So it's not just Rika, but like everybody left. So I bet you Satoko. I bet you she made like a wish or something to like bring everybody back together and like this, and then just I think she's wanting to bring everybody together and just keep them in that bubble. That is this village. Huh. Right? All right. That's actually pretty good animation right there. What's that look? Yeah, because you were losing. It's true. Oh, okay, I know what this is. For Satoko, right? She looks like she's asleep. Like, yeah, whatever. I don't care. Yep, I knew it was for her. Had to have been. Okay. Well, that was the idea, yeah, but apparently not. Or at least not for a long time, anyways. Or not for too long. This is where she's going to tell her that she wants to study abroad. Or not abroad, but, you know, away from the village. Yep. Oh, wait, that's it? You know, I'm a little bit disappointed, which is why I'm going to give this episode kind of a meh. But I'm a little bit disappointed that we didn't continue on from that cliffhanger from last episode. I admittedly was very much looking forward to this episode because I was just like, oh man, we've got the Looper now, or the other Looper, and now it's going to be a showdown between Rika and Satoko, and it's going to be a lot of drama because now Rika realizes that she's going to have to kill Satoko to break the loop, kill her, best friend in the whole wide world, and I was really looking forward to seeing all of this, coming into this episode. But what I was not expecting was for us to kind of, I guess, do a flashback or a time reversal or whatever, just to see what happened last time. Because for those who don't know, kind of a spoiler, I guess, a little bit, but the way I understand it, the beginning of this episode shows us what happened at the end of the previous loop cycle, I guess you could call it, and it didn't really go too in depth. So I mean, I'm sure if you wanted to go back and watch the first series, and you are able to, but I think more so the point of that whole thing was just to show, okay, well, this is how it all ended, and now this is how Rika and the others moved on, which was very interesting. Don't get me wrong, that was very interesting because a lot changed in 1 year. I did not expect to not see Mion again. I guess in my head, I just thought she was the same age as Keiichi, but I guess she's a year older than him. I didn't know that. But yeah, a lot changed. Even Satoko and Rika, they changed even just a little bit. They look a lot older, a lot more mature. And I'm not sure why they have to have uniforms. I mean, I guess just to show they're in middle school. But then, well, I guess Keiichi has a uniform too, and so does Rena. But I don't know. I just never really noticed it, maybe. But anyways, but still, it was interesting to see how they moved on. And I guess in a way, it's also interesting to see how, from Satoko's perspective, like, again, Mion's gone now, so it's up to Keiichi and Rena to kind of pick up things. And I guess because they're the older kids in the group now, so they have to pick up in terms of like with Keiichi being the class representative, and now he's also like the president of the gaming club, so they have to kind of like keep the gaming club going and all that good stuff. And you could tell that Rika and Satoko both kind of just are like, nah, which is it? I mean, I totally get that feeling too, because when things change, it's like even now for me, like I remember back in the day, I used to do a lot of D&D and things like that, and after a while, thinking about it, it's just like when as time goes on, people got other things to do, and got more people or different people in the group, and it just feels different. It's not quite the same. So I understand why they would feel that they do, and really, I guess that's just the point of all this. Just seeing how Satoko doesn't really adapt to change very well, because now you see Rika wanting to go to the academy, and I feel like well, obviously, I mean, we're going to see by the end of this arc, what Satoko does to, I guess, reset the loop cycle again. But I guess it is interesting to see why, I guess, her motivations, if you will. I mean, we kind of already knew. I mean, even without watching the first series, just watching this series, we kind of already knew that, Rika and Satoko were close. And, they, with Rika wanting to, like, leave the village, I can totally understand why Satoko would feel the way that she does. I mean, I can see two outcomes with that. I feel like either Satoko's going to, agree with Rika, like, okay, yeah, let's go to the academy, but she'll end up failing, to get in, failing the entrance exams to get in, which could, mean that either A, she really wanted to study very hard so she could continue being with Rika, but she failed, or B, she wasn't really giving it her all because she didn't really want to leave the village, so she fails, and then Rika just moves on without her, which makes her even more depressed. So either she tries to do the entrance exam but fails, or I believe the other thing is that she just flat out's like, no, I'm not going to do that. I don't want to leave this village. Because really, if I remember correctly, this village is all that she's ever known. Her parents were here, her brother was here, now her friends are here who are pretty much family, also like family to her as well, which are also they're also kind of leading her life as well, because again, her parents were killed, her brother, I guess he's still in the hospital. I don't know if that's still a thing with this loop or not, or this now that they're no longer in the loop, I guess, but they, her brother, from what we saw in the last episode, or the episode before that, I guess, whatever, her brother was still in the hospital trying to recover from the syndrome. So I don't know if he's actually alive or not. I really don't remember off the top of my head now. But the point is that, people in her life have left her sometimes very suddenly. And now this is showing that she's just not able to cope with the change, not able to cope with people leaving her life. And so I've seen theories where people were saying that Satoko probably made a wish, made a deal with the devil, if you will, to bring back Rika, bring back her friends, and bring her back to that time frame where she was, at her happiest, strangely enough, during the 1983, summer of 1983. So it's an interesting theory, very plausible, to be honest with you. I could definitely see it happen. What I'm kind of curious, though, is that, so we've got about 5 more episodes left, give or take, I wonder if they're going to be able to show this, I guess, flashback arc and, show all that in the next 2-3 episodes, and then 2-3 episodes after that, show the resolution from what happened last episode. I mean, I really do feel like we're going to get a second season, roughly another 20-something episodes, where it's basically going to be Satoko versus Rika, and Rika's got to find a way to break the cycle, either, I don't know, without killing Satoko, or maybe she does have to kill Satoko. I don't know, but I'm just going to say right now, I'm not going to be surprised if we, at the end of this series, after episode 24, we get an announcement that, hey, second season coming in, fall 2021, or, sometime in 2022 maybe. Who knows? But yeah, it's like I said, this episode was very, it was interesting. It wasn't what I was expecting. I was a little bit disappointed in that, but it is what it is. I'll accept it for what it is, and then I feel like we're going to get a lot of good information about this, and hopefully we'll see somebody here maybe next episode or so. I keep saying that, but whatever. But anyways, so yeah, what did you guys think of this episode, and what do you guys think of this arc? Did you want this explanation, or do you think you could have been fine without it? Let us know down in the comments below, and of course, if you like what we do and like this reaction, please consider hitting like and subscribing to our channel. And also we have Patreon links down below for full reaction of this episode, as well as other episodes and other series as well. So with that being said, see you guys next time.